This is Biernacki, and today I'm going over the 9 best and scientifically proven athlete's foot home remedies. And we're going to give you a big tip that ties it all together. So stick around till the very end. We're starting now. So there's a big trick to athlete's foot, and it ties it all together. These home remedies work really well, but if you don't do this one thing that we'll talk about and show studies for at the very end, then you're not going to have a lot of success with these.
So athlete's foot can form small blisters, itching, swelling, flaky feet, stinging. This is usually fungus between the toes that cause redness and irritation. And on thick skin, you could see it with the UV light at our office, which is what we sometimes do.
Here's kind of the quick disclaimer is make sure you see your doctor because it might not always be athlete's foot. If you're red hot and inflamed and you have an infection, go get that checked out. If you're in Michigan, come see us. If you have health conditions like diabetes, blood flow problems, for sure, get that checked out. But we're starting right now with tip number 1, Epsom salt soaks or sea salt soaks. So basically this is dirt cheap. Like we're talking $1, $2. Different types of salts work. But basically for the people who live in like Miami or nice warm weather, these people never have an athlete's foot if you go to the beach and soak, because salt water basically exfoliates your skin. It kills bacteria and fungus. Obviously there's a lot of bad bacteria in the ocean as well that could give you skin problems as well. But nice clean salt water, we're soaking for 15 to 20 minutes. This is one of my favorite things. So turn on some Netflix, soak your feet with some sea salt, get some amazing results. That works really well.
Look at how thick the skin here is. This is really the trick. And there's not a lot of research studies, but this is common sense to me, and I see it work so well. That thick outer layer dry skin right there, that's where the fungus lives because your immune system and blood flow does not get there. So in the office, I would trim that down for you. But that's the idea with the salt soak. It gets in there and it's easier to pop those thick skin regions off. And even though this is such common sense to me, there's just no studies really proving that this works. But like a 10-minute bath, that skin gets so soft and basically starts crumbling off. The fungus just has nowhere to hide.
Number 2, this is a separate one, apple cider vinegar or vinegar. This has been proven over and over. You can create your own apple cider vinegar bath. So we're talking like half or 1/3 apple cider vinegar or vinegar. Sit for like 15 to 20 minutes while you're watching some TV. Then just clean off your foot. Number 3 is combine the two. You can put sea salt, you can put Epsom salts, or you can put vinegar with the salt. That creates like a foamy little slurry, but that does a great job. That's a great tip. It gets that skin down. It feels good after a long work day or busy day. 3, hydrogen peroxide. So obviously hydrogen peroxide, that's what you apply to cuts, to keep them clean. Studies do show it will kill fungus. Is this my favorite? It's not my favorite because it can burn your skin. It can create some damage. I had a patient once who basically caused gangrene of his feet because he was applying too much hydrogen peroxide for like months, because he actually threw a blood clot and he thought it was foot fungus. I understand sometimes people don't have access. That's why I feel bad even saying like, hey, go see a doctor, because otherwise why are you watching this video? But that's the kind of stuff that could happen, and that's why I have to throw that in. Just be safe. Number 4, tea tree oil. So tea tree oil does great. There's a lot of great studies. Tea tree oil has thymol in there. It kills fungus, it kills bacteria. It's a little bit more expensive, and the biggest problem I think with tea tree oil is because it's a little bit more expensive, people don't apply as much, and thus they don't get as good of a results. Even though tea tree oil is very well proven, that's kind of the downside. It's more expensive, so people are a little more greedy with how they apply it, and thus it doesn't get great results. Vick's Vaporub. So I love Vick's Vaporub. It's low cost. It's got thymol, eucalyptus oil, menthol in there. All these things are antifungal, antibacterial. You can get some on your feet when you go to bed at night. And what happens is this does a great job. Also put some on your toenails if you have toenail fungus as well. It's a great combination. Pretty much all these things also help for the toenails. And that does a great job. So keep using that. Vick's Vaporub, great option. I recommend it quite a bit. Rubbing alcohol. So obviously alcohol kills fungus. So when patients come to clinic, that's what we do. We kind of clean off all the feet, on all the legs. We clean off all the dry skin, make sure it's not hiding in any cracks. That's what we use to, and I can see that fungus like disappearing before my very eyes. But here's the danger is a lot of these recommendations that I see online you can really damage your skin. You could create damage if you're soaking your feet in alcohol for too long. It's really using it at the proper rates and under the proper supervision. Most people will probably be okay, but some people will not. Garlic. So garlic is another one. So there's some great studies on garlic. So what they basically do is crush the garlic. It puts it on the fungus, on the skin. It's a great home remedy. It's all natural. But the problem with this is garlic stinks, because I have daughters with sensitive smell and a wife with sensitive smell. I can't use this. If you live by yourself, maybe you can get away with it. And it seems a little bit expensive. Like peeling those garlic cloves is a lot of work. I don't know about you, but I hate doing that stuff. And number 9, keep the feet dry and clean. So fungus lives in dark places, kind of like a mushroom, that mushroom joke. What do you feed a mushroom? Like you give it crap and leave it alone in the dark and don't tell it what's going on. That's what fungus is. And I make these jokes because I'm also a fun guy, so I'm allowed to do this. But the trick is you can't wear the same socks over and over. If you have foot fungus, change your socks every day, even maybe twice per day. Like if you're a factory worker on your feet all day, clean your shoes. If you have ugly, dirty gym shoes and you're going out on a date or something, get like some Lysol spray, wash them, clean them. A lot of the things we talk about, clean out your shoes. You can use anti-sweat agents, so astringents, and I'll link some below too. You can use powders to dry out your feet. Lamisil powder works great. It's cheap. Again, down below. Keep those feet dry. Keep them clean. Keep the sweat off as much as possible using all these strategies. And make sure your shoe is aerated as much as possible. Newer, more expensive shoes tend to do this. But at the same time, like leather occlusive shoes, that means the ones that don't let you breathe, they will smell. They will hold bacteria and fungus that just keeps reattacking your foot. So here's the big secret tip. I'm going to actually give you 2. Number 1 is you have to trim your toenails and treat your toenail fungus as well. So if you clean your athlete's foot, but you have long toenails with some crud and some fungus underneath, it's like that fungus is in a bunker, like World War II, where they dropped the bombs and people were hiding underground, they'd come right out and the bombs wouldn't get them. That's what happens with the fungus. You could use all these remedies, but if your toenails are not clipped, if your toenails are not filed down, and again, we have a great guide on how to take care of your toenail fungus, then as soon as you're cured, it's going to come out from your toenails and reattack your skin. Same thing with your dirty shoes and dirty socks. If you're not washing them and cleaning them, the fungus comes right back and attacks you. And the big tip number 2, the secret tip is studies show you have to do this stuff for at least 4 weeks. So everything we talked about here, so cleaning your feet, cleaning your shoes, trimming your toenails, if you do it for 2 weeks, the success rate studies have shown is like 50 to 60%. If you do it for 4 weeks or more, like using the different creams, all the topical agents, that's when people have like 90% relief. Why? Because your skin takes at least like 30 days to regenerate. So our skin has stem cells. It takes your skin time to push it out. So you can have that fungus hiding in those deep layers. And if you're not exfoliating, if you're not cleaning, so that's kind of the goal, the sea salt soaks to get deep down in there, you're not going to have great results. So combining the soaks and a lot of these creams does an amazing job. But the big thing is if you have blood flow problems, diabetes, if you have a bad diet, we have some great videos on great diets, sugar-free, carb-free foods, keto diets, intermittent fasting. But come see your podiatrist. Get your diabetes, your blood flow problems, all that kind of stuff taken care of. I care about you guys. I want to see great results. This is a very important topic. So if you can, share this with your friends on Facebook, on YouTube, and keep watching the videos. We'll see you on the next one.